morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were marginally up and the entire focus has shifted to the possible indications from the Fed about the rate hikes which everyone is expecting would start somewhere in the summer. Also importantly, the jobless claims data have been disappointing, but a couple of more data points with respect to retail sales etc. is going to be keenly watched out. Eurozone markets, most of them were down anywhere from 0.25% to almost about 0.75%. An important event that the market is watching out for is the independence vote referendum in Scotland, and which is why we are seeing some kind of weakness there. Also importantly, the Ukraine and Russia, both the markets were down about 1 to 1.5% as there are indications that there could be fresh sanctions against Russia. Talking about the Asian markets today morning, Nikkei is up almost about 0.25%, and importantly yen is down to almost about 107 against dollar, which is at 8-month low. And SGX Nifty suggesting that we are going to open down about 10-12 odd points. In terms of flows, FIs were net biased the cash market to the tune of about 434 crore. And overall our markets continue to consolidate for the past 2 days around 8100 levels, but we're seeing a good amount of action across the mid-cap names, particularly the smaller PSU banks had a good amount of run. Also fertilizer stocks like GSFC, Chambal, RCF etc. had a good amount of action, and some of the auto ancillary stocks like Motherson Sumi and Bharat Forge both were up quite smartly in yesterday's trade. So overall the focus has shifted to the broader market. People are looking out for interesting ideas in the mid-cap space. So we think that though at the index level market might consolidate or correct a little bit, but overall trend of the market looks positive, and there would be good trading opportunities in the larger market. On that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important F&O tools and ideas that we can have from the F&O side.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Yesterday Nifty started the session on a flattish to positive note, but very soon it gave away all their gains and started to trade in negative terrain, as many of the blue chip counters were trading in with negative bias like Coal India, Sun Pharmaceutical, Lupin, which were down by approximately 1 to 5% each. But later we have seen that Nifty showed resilience, have taken support at around 8070 levels, and from there it recovered soon. And finally Nifty snapped its session with a slightly red in with a marginal loss of 0.14% at 81119.40 odd levels. In this period, we have seen that open interest is decreased by 3.42% from 1 crore 56 lakhs to 1 crore 51 lakhs. Approximately 5.35 lakh shares were reduced in open interest. Also, Nifty futures price decreased by 10 rupees, which is clearly indicating that long positions were squared off by market players in yesterday's trade. Also, cost of carry decreased by 1.24% from 11% to 10.87%. Along with Nifty futures premium decreased marginally from 37.34 odd levels. On the options front, PCI remained at same 0.96, but we have seen that call option has added around 8 lakh shares in open interest, whereas put option has added around 7 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX was down by 3% from 12.93% to 12.52%. In the options activity, we have seen it was quite scattered. Like 8100 call option has reduced its shares in open interest, and 8200, 8300 has added shares in open interest. And India put option also has 8000 put option has reduced its shares in open interest. From second consecutive day, we have noticed that 8000 put option is reducing its shares in open interest, and 8100 has added shares in open interest in yesterday's trade. There are 4 securities in ban period. One is HDL, second is Indiabulls Real Estate, third is IRB, and fourth is JPSUC. Yesterday, FIs were net bias of 32 crore index futures. They were net bias of 564 crore index options. They were net sellers of 512 crore in stock futures, and they were net sellers of 75 crore in stock options. Our 5-day CVM stands at 8150. Lower range for the market would be 8040, and higher range would be 8150. Singapore Nifty is down by 8 points, which is at 8109, which is clearly indicating that we may see a marginal flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you to Sharekhan pre-market action report, starting with actionable ideas. First of all, we have a long call on GDL, as the CCEA has given a note to JNPT's 2,500 crore liquid bulk terminal project, which is a big positive for the GDL. Apart from that, there is going to be a listing of Snowman Logistics today, which got a very good response in the IPO. So overall, we think that one can go long on GPL with a stop loss of 263.4 and a target of about 280 to about 288. Here's the watch list for the day traders. The stocks with positive bias are IGL, IRB, and stocks with negative bias are Z Limited. In other news, China's anti-monopoly regulator has imposed a fine of almost about $46 million on Volkswagen and Chrysler for price fixing, and a similar kind of a move can be expected in case of JLR also, which is being probed. So this could be a bit of an important variable to watch out for, particularly for Tata Motors. AT&T has shortlisted Infosys among other MNCs for a large deal that they are looking for, and CCI could probe 20 private builders for price cartel and price fixation related allegations. Also importantly, there is a tug of war between the Corporate Affairs Ministry and the Finance Ministry over the merger of NSCL with Financial Technology, wherein Finance Ministry is supporting this move, whereas the Corporate Affairs Ministry is of the view that the merger would not be in the interest of the minority shareholders of FT. So this is an important thing that the market is going to be watching out for. The GMR board is likely to meet on September 16 to raise funds via issue of equity shares, and Suzlon again has taken a shareholders note to raise close to about 5,000 crore, and BGR has asked for the shareholders note to increase the borrowing limit to about 10,000 crore, and importantly CBI has started hearing the charge sheet against Dayanidhi Maran in the case which has been filed earlier. Maruti is looking at investing close to about 4,000 crore to develop new models from the cash that it is holding in its books, and now it will pay much less than 5% of the royalty on the cars designed and developed in India. And in company specific news, Sagar Cement is likely to buy the cement business of Bangalore-based BMM Ispat Group at about 500 crore. The capacity of this is not known as yet, and Jharkhand government orders the closure of about 12 iron ore mines after their leases expire. In other important developments, Sun Pharma companies looking at raising about 12,000 crore via QIP, and also the borrowing limit is being hiked to about 50,000 crore. But since the US arm Taro has recalled Warfarin from the markets, could be a blow to the Sun Pharma, so there might be a bit of a negative reaction for the stock in today's market. Also, at the end of the day today, we are going to have IIP growth data coming out for July, which is likely to be at about 1.8% versus about 3.4% in June 2014, and the CPI data is likely to be at about 7.83 versus about 7.96 previous month. So these are the important news one can watch out for. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great weekend and see you on Monday morning.